This one was so heavy. This one right here was so heavy that I had to do something about it. I just couldn't sit and watch this and feel the way that I felt upon hearing the news first and then not actually do my research, because a lot of times we're quick to jump to emotions. And before we jump to emotions, it's good to have logics and facts and things of that nature so that we don't, waste energy. Because sometimes being emotional prematurely is a waste of energy. So now, first we're going to say RIP to Kobe if he's really dead. If he's not, RIP to his media image. Now, today, or yesterday rather, marked the day of Kobe Bryant's death. Now, this image that I'm going to provide you here is a gentleman by the name of Nikola Tesla, who you are familiar with the cars now. Now, this gentleman stated very clearly that once you learn the powers of 3, 6, and 9, that you will have the keys to the universe in your hand. So basically, in a nutshell, he's saying that the numbers 3, 6, and 9 have a special chemistry or something going on. Now, why is that important? Because for those of you who don't know, these deaths that happen to entertainers, athletes, public figures are usually coordinated. Yes, they are coordinated. I'll provide a link in the description below to the guy who I get my information from, and he's very good. He does numerology so that he lines the dates, the times, and anything that can be broken down into a number. He breaks them down and he correlates them with prior events and things of that nature. So here, I wanted to show you guys what I had actually uncovered to be very shocking. So, once again, I'm recording this Monday at 2:21 in the morning. I'm going to do a search on Kobe Bryant, right? So Kobe died. Now you can see all of these things that pop up here, right? You see 2 hours ago, 51 minutes ago, 3 hours ago, blah, 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 blah. When I first did this, though, I wanted to see, because I know the way that this internet thing works, that you can't, when things happen, like there's timestamps. Everything on the internet is done with timestamps. Anything digital you do, it always leaves a digital print. So I said to myself, knowing how these things are scripted, there has to be something on this prior to this date. So what I did was I went to the tools and I wanted to do a search of anything prior to the 26th. So I said, let me just do January 1/1/2020 to give me some time, right? And I only will do it up to the 25th because I don't want to get all of the searches that come from the 26th. When it happened, it's going to be flooded with stuff. But I want to see what was happening days prior to him dying on the internet. So, okay, as you can see, a day ago, as it's 2:22 now, one day ago, January 25th, one pops up first from the Daily Beast. January 25th, again from ABC 7, 26, 26, 24. January 24, 2020. Now, the significance of this is that this says January 16th. And all of these ones that have the older dates on it, it means something to me. So if you know anything about search engine optimization, or you know how the results pop up when you search something, you know that two things. When you're reporting news, you would never write an article for today and post it backwards. You typically wouldn't do that because you want to run it as current to the event as possible. And you wouldn't post it, you wouldn't have something sitting there prior unless you knew something was going to happen in the future, right? So if we're news reporters, we wouldn't want our stories of a headline that happened today. We wouldn't push our stories back to today's before it, because the event didn't happen. The only way we would do that is if we had prior knowledge. So it appears to me that if you look at all of these things, okay, that says January 11th. Now, I'm not saying this is true, but it's just something to look at, a part of the saga in this Kobe Bryant thing, that all of these people know prior, and I'm assuming they did because according to my source, Death by the Numbers, this is a number ritualistic sacrifice. When I saw the number 13 and I saw the number 3 and certain numbers that are important, remember the numbers 3, 6, and 9, I understood that this was a ritualistic murder, if it was a murder indeed, or a ritualistic death. It didn't have to be a murder, but it was ritualistic. So yeah, we could actually see that. It's just a little weird to me. I'm not sure if it really means anything, but it is something to note that, these things were here on the internet prior. So now one of the biggest things to this whole situation is that Kobe Bryant died on a very popular day. And if you take a look here, let me pull it up really quick. If you take a look here at the Pro Bowl, right? When you take a look here at the Pro Bowl, I want you to see this. Remember we were talking about the 3, the 6, and the 9. Just pay attention. As we all know, 33 is a very important number in Masonic and Freemason world. It's the highest you can go, the highest degree you can go until you know the further degrees, but it's the highest degree that you can get to. And I just want to point something out. So this here, Pro Bowl started at 3 p.m., right? The Royal Rumble started at 6 p.m., which was the second event. Very interesting because most of the time the medias, they don't have events on the same day. So this one was at 6 o'clock in Texas. And this last thing, what was it? Oh, it was the Grammys. The Grammys. Which again, and I guess I was looking at this a little earlier. If you can see the Grammy started at 8 o'clock. It's not really it's not really connected in a numerology way. But for those of you who know science, this pyramid is upside down. So we can tell that this means something symbolic. Anybody who knows anything about science and occult knowledge and esoteric stuff knows what this means here. And I think that is interesting that was the logo they chose for the Grammys this year. And everybody had, what did they have on? They had Kobe jerseys on. So how quick is it for you guys to have the jerseys on after somebody dies? I never understand that. It's so fast. You would think it's script. You would think that it's scripted, rather. I think that the craziest part about this is that this happened right after Kobe Bryant was in Philadelphia. LeBron plays for the Lakers. Kobe used to play for the Lakers. LeBron James was playing against the Philadelphia 76ers, which is the hometown of where Kobe Bryant grew up and where he went to high school. LeBron passes Kobe, and then the next day Kobe dies. Anybody who sees anything like this is going to think something is up with it. It just could not be a coincidence. It's no way.